Good morning to all. Myself Dr. K. Manoharan, Associate Professor, Department of Biomedical Engineering. So today class we are going to discuss about wireless technologies for IoT communications. So for Internet of Things, we need so many sensors and activators to be interconnected with the node. So for that we need to use so many IoT devices. So the connections between that sensors to the node, we need some communication technologies. So we use wired or wireless methods. So wired method requires a connections. So due to this connection, it is not possible for them to move that. So that will be fixed place. So but the best way of communication is wireless, because there is no wires will be interconnected between a sensors to microcontrollers. So automatically this will be best methods. So we have so many wireless technologies will be available. So we are going to see about the what are the available technologies and what are the different characteristics. So which will be suitable for which application. So we need to choose depending upon our application. So what is the speed of data communication required? How many distance between sensors to node? Similarly, what is the communication standards will be required. So based on that we decide which communication technology that should be used for that particular applications. So the important wireless technologies that supports in the IoTs are these things are mostly used. So first one will be wireless NFC. NFC is nothing but near field communications. So it will be a very short distance it can communicate it. We can see detailing. So next will be RFID. So it is a famous one. So when you have n number of nodes, RFID will be preferred. Again Bluetooth method is, so if you take an mouse or if you take an audio, so Bluetooth will be preferred. So Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth mics and Bluetooth USBs. So we are using, so this will have a small amount of data transmission with this short range. We prefer this Bluetooth. Similarly Zigbee communication, this is also most famous used in agriculture and other things. So we have an n number of nodes that will be interconnected through this Zigbee protocols. Again Wi-Fi, so this will be most high volume of data can be transferred. Again for an internet and other things we prefer to use this Wi-Fi's. So for a high speed of communication and the distance also will be high, the Wi-Fi will be preferred. Wireless USB, so USB will be the best protocol in wired technologies. So we communicate with USB with wireless communication, that will be a wireless USBs. So whenever you need to communicate, because USB will be most used devices. So whenever you need to connect any USB device, simply we can put it in a USB. There is no need to restart and other thing. Again it provides power also. So there is no need to connect extra powers for that USB devices. Again some of the things that will be used will, again how the data will be transferred, data enrichment, data gateways and device management also we can see that. Look at this. So this is the wireless technologies. So we are taking the data rate versus range. So actually we expect a high data rates, again we expect a long range communication. But depending upon that cost will be increases. So some applications we can use short ranges, some application we can use long ranges. Similarly some application it will be require only low data, so some application we require high data rates. The thing is, when you choose low rate or low ranges, so the cost will becomes less. So depending upon application we prefer to use the technologies. Look at this first one. Look at this. This is the Zigbee protocols, that is 802.15.4. So this is having low data rates and then short range also. Look at this. Actually NFC is the shortest range, but it will data rate will be little high. But if you compare this, Zigbee is the lowest data rates. Look at this. So this is the lowest data rates and this is the increasing in the data rates. Similarly this is the shortest range and this is the long range. So it will be increase in the ranges. If you take this Zigbee, this is the lowest data rates that supports, but the range is little high compared to NFC. So NFC is, if you take this NFC near field communication, this is the data rate is high, but the range of communication is very less. So it comes around to less than 10 centimeters, that only. So Zigbee is best for a short range low data. NFC is best for high data with low distance. Look at this. So this is the lowest distance. If we go for this Bluetooth, it will be some most improved. So if you take a Bluetooth, this is an 802.15.1. So this is have a little higher range, also little higher data rates. Look at this. This is the lowest data rate. This is little higher data rates. Also, this is the lowest range. But if you go for this, this will be range will be increased. Again, if you go for a higher version of Bluetooth, there is a Bluetooth 1. This if you go for a Bluetooth 2, it also increases the both data rates and range of communication. If we go with this wireless USBs, Wi-Fi medias, this is 802.15.3. So this is will be a very high data rates. So if you compare with this 3, so this is the highest data rates. Look at this. So this is low data rate. This is the highest data rates. So in wireless PAN network, this is the highest data rates. If you go with the wireless LAN, this is the wireless LAN. This is 802.11a or 11b or 11g. So this is the have a long range and also have a medium data rates. Look at this. This is the medium data rates. Again, if we go with this wireless WAN, so look at this. This is the longest range. We can use a GSM mobiles, GPRS connections, 3G. Again, go with 4G, 5G also, HSPDA. So these are having long range communication. This is the highest ranges. So wherever we require, we can communicate and establish this. So longest range. Data rates depends on that communication. If you go with the 3G, it will be less. If you go with the 2G, that also very less than that. If you go with 3G, it will be higher. If you go with the 4G, that will be very high. And if you go with the 5G, it will be very high. So it will be depends on that. That will be increase in the data rates. Thank you.